This has been a long time coming, that being the return of the triple shot.
Has been a minute.
What we think will happen, what we want to happen, and a wild card pick for, in reality, anything. But in this particular case, the presumed victory of Netflix in purchasing Warner Brothers slash Discovery.
I think it's just Warner Brothers. Discovery, I don't think will be bought up.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm just going by.
It's early days, so we don't know.
Everything's very complicated.
Yeah.
I was going by their current government name, but
Warner Brothers Discovery is the.
But I did hear that Discovery Global is what it's going to be called for TNT, TBS, and Discovery, the channels going forward. But again, a lot of this stuff is just if it happens, what's going on. Because I even read this morning before you got here, Paramount is going to make one final attempt to beat the $82.7 billion, whatever those words even mean.
I was about to say, I'm never going to look at that much money in my entire life.
I was literally talking with Quan yesterday about this, and I was like, I struggle to comprehend hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, but when you start throwing around billions and trillions, I'm like, I just can't.
I'm about to say, I'm on the other side of the planet over here. I just like watching TV, man.
Because of the unknowns, it's just fun, reckless speculation and imagination on our part when it comes to the triple shot of what we think will happen, what we want to happen in our wild card picks for this change in media distribution, allocation,
whatever it may be.
Whatever the right terminology is. But yeah, after the open rolls, we're going to break it all down. Would you like to start, or you want me to begin?
I can start.
All right. What do you, Josiah, think will happen with Netflix obtaining ownership of Warner Brothers?
I think the first thing Netflix will try to do is make Max the app as obsolete as humanly possible by taking any and all Warner Brothers
values,
off of the Max app. I think it's still called Max. I don't think they call it HBO Max anymore.
Yeah, it's back to HBO Max. But I'll say this about HBO. They've had so many different names, whether it's HBO Go, HBO Max, just Max, now back to HBO Max. It's hard to keep track of what they call their stuff.
Yeah, I actually even use the daggone thing, and it's still hard to keep track of.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, there's so many just Warner. Even if you just take the Warner Brothers properties off of that app, like it guts. Like I feel like at least a good 70% of the content that's on there. There's so much stuff.
I'll say this about the way that it both began and currently still is.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been grateful for my DVD collection.
Same.
When it comes to Warner Brothers products. It doesn't matter if it's Batman the Animated Series,
Superman the Animated Series,
all
League.
all the movies, my goodness. But knowing that you can't just up and change your mind.
Yep. They can't just decide they wake up one day and go, I'm going to go to Oz's house and take all his DVDs. I'm like, no, you can't do that. I bought these. These are mine.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Although that would be funny.
Oh my God, I'd love to see them try.
Please come and knock it.
Please come try to take my DVD. Let's see what happens. I really want you to.
Oh my goodness. So this is off topic of the triple shot.
Yeah.
But I heard last night that in 2026, I don't know if it's January 1st or January 5th or even later, but the WWE library will be leaving Peacock.
Officially, like the deal's actually up.
And it made me sad because, now don't get me wrong, I have multiple
many a DVD.
Yes, but I've just gotten so accustomed to the ease at which it is to say, oh, you know what? I'd really like to go back and watch an episode where ECW aligned with WCW in the Invasion. Boom, there it is. And the idea that it's going to be incapable of being done for the short term and possibly the forever, because the folks that were talking about the end of that deal said that ESPN has shown interest, but just like with Peacock dragging their feet to put things on that previously were on WWE Network, it's going to be the same with ESPN, because especially in the case of older territory stuff, they struggle to see the value of the effort. Yeah.
It's real sad, but we're gonna have to go back to watching old Smoky Mountains on YouTube and everything.
I do think that's why WWE made the Volt channels, is in case nobody wants it, at least they can say, well, we got...
How about we can put whatever out.
On YouTube, yeah.
Very true, very true. But that's my thoughts. Netflix is gonna try to, because especially, I mean, let's be honest, Netflix is trying more and more to grow their portfolio, hence probably why there's purchase is happening, because there's a lot. It's not like back in like 2009, maybe 2010. I don't remember when Netflix actually first came out, but they were like the only game in town.
Yeah, when they were the only game, it felt like they had everything, which was never true, but it felt that way.
Yeah, and I think more and more as the years go by, with more and more apps coming out, they're trying to figure out a way to get back to the good old days.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. So, what I think will happen, it's based around Quan and I looking up the top movies on Netflix. Like the most popular movies on Netflix.
Most watched, okay, gotcha.
Most watched, most popular, yeah, that type of thing. And how that, even in like the top 20, I'd maybe seen 2 or 3. Definitely less than 5. And he had seen maybe 5, but definitely less than 8 or 10.
Yeah.
And the idea that and this is my opinion, but the reason I thought that neither of us had seen a lot of them is I don't personally have a sense of urgency on Netflix.
Nah.
Something comes out, well, it'll be there.
Yep. And I'm watching it in 3-4 months down the line.
Yeah, and then I forget and don't.
Yeah.
Because there were multiple things, whether it was, I think it was called Triple Front, 6 Underground. There were a bunch of movies on the top list where I was like, oh, I had intended to watch these things and then didn't.
Yeah. So when I watched K-pop Demon Hunters, and everybody and their mom keeps telling me to.
My thought is, I think they will make an effort to satiate multiple fan bases at once to try and get as many eyeballs on their films as possible. And with that, I legitimately think there could be an argument made, especially if the budget is right, for Netflix, because it seems like they got money to throw around if you're going to spend Exactly. If you're going to spend $82.7 billion, you must be willing to spend money. And so with that, I could see a world where Netflix both tells Zack Snyder to finish his story when it comes to the Justice League.
He's going to WrestleMania. He will get the world title.
And also tell James Gunn, have at it, make your contracted content, put it in theaters, and then it'll come to us first. And that way, like I said, you please more than one fan base and hopefully stay relevant and prominent for years to come.
I can see that. So basically giving them like unlimited money and a guaranteed hunting ground to kind of just do whatever they want.
Well, and the funny thing is, depending on which team, if you will, wins,
which flag you wave,
yeah, then that could very much determine what continues to get your time, money, and effort.
Yeah.
And maybe not necessarily, because like Ben Affleck is not getting younger.
No.
Henry Cavill's not getting younger, but maybe it means what style of team you continue to back.
I can see that, yeah.
Thank you for being here at Mr. Super Oz. This video is going out, and this channel only exists because I, Oz, founded Gamble Comics, which first release was Everlasting Survivors, a 68-page graphic novel called All Day Long. Available now. Follow the link in the description that will take you to gamblecomics.com. While there, you can get hats, shirts, posters, much, much more. But most importantly, the story itself. So, what is it that you want to see happen with this corporate shakeup?
So, since I'll be real with you, like I said, I already think they're gonna gut 90% of Max anyway.
Yeah.
You might as well just scrap Max. I mean, obviously you can keep it for Discovery Channel stuff and whatever's left.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd want them to just merge into one super app. So it's not just Netflix. It's not just HBO Max. It's Maxflix or what Maxflix or whatever. I don't know.
Sure.
Something exotic, but get a whole new app, all the same content, and if you own one or both, you know what I'm saying, you just get a huge discounted rate to switch over.
Well, I'll say this, with the triple bundle, I think is what you can call it, of Disney, Hulu, and ESPN.
Yeah.
They have a new bar at the top where you pick whether you're looking at Disney content, Hulu content, or ESPN content.
See, that's good. I like that.
Which I actually prefer, because when it's everything all the time, it's hard to
very
manage.
overwhelming. Yeah.
In this Netflix Max, if you will.
Yeah.
If you could pick between Netflix and Max, which thing it filters, I think that would make life easier in the Super Max.
Exactly. In the Super Max era.
And do you remember when Marvel had an imprint called Max?
Yeah.
Do you know what it was? It was ultra mature. It was the mature as mature gets content.
Yeah.
I almost think that Netflix could, in this world, make Max we're doing everything, ain't holding back.
You want to see something wild? Here you go.
Yeah, it is in the Max department.
Which, to be fair, Max is already doing. If you watch shows like Peacemaker, I think.
Epitome
of just
going all out.
Top, more violence.
Yes.
So I actually
it would fit.
It would work. It wouldn't even change too much, even.
Yeah, I like that desire because it differentiates the categories.
Yeah.
But also accentuates the purchase, makes it
feel special.
Yes.
I just want cheaper service because I'm,
No, I get that.
Streaming services get expensive after a while.
Especially when it's this one on top of this one on top of this one on top of this one. It's like the more it definitely compounds. That's for sure.
100%.
So,
but what do you want, Oz?
It's pretty simple, and I think it's a part of the purchase actually.
Most likely. I don't know what you're thinking, but probably.
So, there was a time in the past when Cartoon Network was the pinnacle of animated everything. It was just Cartoon Network has what you're looking for when it comes to animated stuff.
Cartoon Network was so good that during Nickelodeon airtime, they had a commercial where they were advertising their cartoons on Nickelodeon.
That's smart.
It was so brilliant.
Yes.
And then I distinctly remember this because all the cartoons that they had running around in the background, like, hey, go watch these cartoons. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll watch that show and that show and that show. Oh, that's my favorite cartoon right there.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh wow, they really are just. If you want to see good cartoons, Cartoon Network was the place to go.
So what I want from Netflix purchasing
Warner Brothers,
yes, is a new era of Looney Tunes, Ed, Edd n Eddy, Dexter's Laboratory, Tom and Jerry, all of Warner Brothers' vast library. And here's the funny thing.
Very vast.
The funny thing is, Warner Brothers could have been doing this from the start. They could have been going all in on animation and maximizing the product that they possess. But they did not.
No.
Now, they did do good things with Harley Quinn, Kite Man.
Absolutely.
A handful of other animated...
There's a couple good animated shows that came out of it.
But I just feel like they held back from going as in-depth as they could with all the stuff that they
didn't dig
have.
into the trenches of the vast...
Oh, my goodness, Scooby-Doo. They own all of it, and yet...
I mean, to be fair, there's a new Scooby-Doo every other year, but...
Okay, I guess they did make Velma on Max, but...
Nope, we didn't talk about that show doesn't exist.
So, but my point is, that's good, I like that. with Netflix acquiring all of these prominent
IPs, properties.
IPs, yeah, these prominent IPs, I think that my greatest desire, the want that I would like to see happen, is a flourishing in animation. And again, to play off of your want, it would actually make the Netflix side stand out from the Max side, because the Max side of the app, the super app, could be, like you said, Peacemaker, Harley Quinn, whatever, and on the Netflix side of the super app could be a stellar Scooby-Doo, a great Tom and Jerry. Anything that
Wouldn't be against any of that.
it brings everybody together family-wise.
I love that. So Netflix be more of a family-friendly thing, and then, you know...
The Max is when the lights go out and the kids go to bed.
Kids go to bed, and it's blood and guts.
Yes.
No, just kidding.
I mean, technically it could be.
Yeah, it could actually be blood and guts. Ah, beautiful. My wild card pick is that Netflix does what they do all the time, is they use... How do I phrase this? They produce all of the DC property movies and shows, so basically kind of what I said earlier, and then cancel them all after one season.
I don't think that's that wild at all. I think that's very believable. I think it could be the most believable thing that we've said the whole time.
That's unfortunately probably the most accurate thing that will happen. It's like, wow, that didn't get the traction we want. Okay, done. I'm like, no, I was watching that. What up?
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's so funny.
Oh, man. But yeah.
So I feel like Netflix is the modern equivalent of the 90s and 2000s Fox. Fox, the network,
That's a great comparison.
would give up on things
Immediately.
so quickly.
They'd be like, green light, yes, that's brilliant, that's brilliant. Watch 2 seconds of it, I don't care anymore.
Well, and the worst part was they would also air them out of order.
Yeah.
And then wonder why people got confused and couldn't keep up with it.
Why is nobody able to watch this? What's going on? Yeah, they're the very equivalent of just throwing the baby away with the bathwater.
Yes.
Like, every time I see a Netflix original show, I always think, man, this looks really good. But I'm going to wait until there's like 3 or 4 seasons of it so I actually have something to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I watch it, get attached to it, and then come to find out, well, it was canceled after this season, so I'll never know what happens, I'm going to be really mad.
Yep.
I hate it when shows do that.
So, my wild card, while it is different from what you said, carries the same longevity as yours. Because my wild card pick is that with Netflix having the partnership with TKO Group that allows Monday Night Raw and everything worldwide, WWE related, to be on Netflix, and this new purchase of Warner Brothers allowing / continuing the AEW deal with Max and AEW, I pick for my wild card theory that on Netflix, for the first time ever and only time ever, Netflix will insist that TKO Group and Tony Khan make a super show. Forbidden Door, A Worlds Collide.
A World's Door.
Yeah, a World Door colliding show, whatever you want to call it. Because Netflix would want to get their money's worth from both of these deals. And they would have the sway, the power, the influence to make it happen one time only, because this forced working relationship would sour something somewhere, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And then presumably TKO would pull their content and take it over to Paramount, because that's where UFC is currently.
Oh, yeah, right. I forgot they got UFC now.
TKO Group would get upset, run away to Paramount after Netflix forces a super show for this super app. One of the major matches I would insist upon if I had the influence.
It's the New Day versus the Elite. I totally agree. But unfortunately, Big E's retired.
Oh, I was actually going to say Jon Moxley.
The legend.
Versus the Tribal Chief versus Seth Rollins.
That Shield triple threat match we will never ever get.
Another great match that could come from it, I think AJ Styles versus Kenny Omega would be...
That'd be immaculate.
AJ had already said, I'm not going to announce my retirement, so why not do it in the most spectacular,
dramatic, unbelievable way ever.
The idea I have for the wild card is
truly the most out there idea I think we've ever explored on the channel. AEW and WWE, even with a gun to their head, working together.
Well, that's how this would be. It would be
Yeah.
Netflix saying, "Hey, I bought your stuff, and I bought your stuff. I get to do with your
Play
stuff.
nice.
Yeah, I get to do with your stuff what I want to."
Absolutely insane.
But I hope that something good comes of this.
Yeah,
There's-
the problem with these like corporate buyouts, corporate mergers, how this is like
Going to actually be called.
whatever
Yeah.
the correct phrasing
Yeah.
is there, is 9 times out of 10 it's usually a miserable experience. Shoot, even looking at the TKO buyout of WWE,
Well, even years before that, WWE buying out
WCW.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say there's
It's not like that was a pleasurable experience for anybody
Anyone
involved.
Yeah, it usually is a sad and miserable experience. But what this triple shot is supposed to bring to you is the hope that things could be okay.
I think that's generally what we do on the channel, period, is
Yeah.
be optimistic, fun, imaginative, and, just try and make the best out of...
Try to make lemons out of orange juice.
Okay, that's good. I like that. Thank you.
Take care, brother.